Tällä viikolla RSOlla on jälleen ilo saada vieraaksi maailman ehkä kuuluisin avojalkainen viulisti. Nimittäin Patricia Kopatchinskaja, the most famous barefoot violinist. Welcome to Finland again.
Thank you.
You became such a favorite of the audience in these past years, and surprisingly not playing only these big romantic concertos but also contemporary music. How is that possible?
Well, I'm very glad to hear it, because I think it's such an important mission, but also a very normal thing to play music of today, no?
Yes.
So when somebody asks me, why do you play so much contemporary music, or why is it so interesting for me, I'm just thinking, how can it be not interesting? How can I not like to play this? That's why I think it's a good sign if one can become not famous, but can become hearts of people listening into contemporary music of today, of composers we can actually call or email and ask, do you like this, or do you like this, or how do you mean this? So we have the direct contact with the person who wrote all this music, which is so wonderful. We cannot ask anymore Beethoven.
That's true.
No? Unfortunately, I cannot write an email to Mozart, so we will have big discussions how to play Mozart or how to play Beethoven. But here, it's so obvious. And I think it's much more easier to play.
So you just call Ötvös, which
Yes.
you actually are playing this week. So this is not the first time you are working with Ötvös 7. How many times have you already played this concerto?
We played first time in Paris with Orchestre de Radio France, and it was such a magnificent impression for me, and I thought this concerto is not going to be played just once. And also not just twice. It is a part of our repertoire, and I would be happy if I would listen more and more violinists playing this concerto. That's why I'm very enthusiastic to play it again and again.
But at the moment you are the only one who is playing it.
Well, not. It was
No?
no. It was dedicated to Akiko Suvanna. It was written for her, and I'm admiring very much her playing. And I heard the recording from live concerto of this music, and it's fantastic. It's great. I learned very much from her, and I think I gave a lot of my way of playing and way of understanding. And in the end, we found the way together with Peter Ötvös how to do this, but every time it's different, which is so great. I think we also recorded it, and we played it in Rome, and now I play it with another conductors, which is also very good for this piece, because I think a piece is like a child. You bring it to the earth and then you let it live, and in every hands it becomes new.
Changes.
It
grows
changes, absolutely, yeah. Every person tells the same story but differently, and we learn how rich and how amazingly how it's possible to understand and read it in so many ways. I mean, when I play it, I think often about a very personal approach to this piece. I think it's very much about death and about pain of losing somebody. It's about these 7 astronauts. The Space Shuttle Columbia, I think in 2003, I don't. So 7 astronauts. The 7 is very important for this piece, because if in form of the piece there are 7 cadenzas for every astronaut. It's even about the crying mother of an astronaut. There are concrete emotional things here, and which I like very much. When I hear something what I can understand with my soul, which is not very abstract, I can immediately play it.
So you get your inspiration for your interpretation
Yes.
by stories.
By
There
stories,
is a very strong
yes.
story behind these 7 astronauts of Columbia. Now when I listen to you and your passion with music, was there ever anything else that you could have do than music?
I don't know. It's a very good question. I think about it sometimes, and I think also as a cleaning lady, I would be a very passionate cleaning lady because I like when it's
Clean.
clean. Yes.
Oh, welcome to my house, please.
With only for payment. No, but no, I think it's my destiny being in this, being a person telling these stories, and but it's also accident that I am the child of my parents, and I was born in Moldova, and then I migrated, and all that.
And your parents are also musicians?
Also musician, and they make folklore music. And so this is all very much part of me, but I'm a small part of this huge something what we cannot understand. So I'm very happy to be able to do something what I feel I'm at the right place. Sometimes, not always.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I think audience actually doesn't know that you have also other approach to music. You are also composer. So how much time do you have to compose? You are touring a lot. You're living in hotels.
Almost no time. The problem is not only the time, but I'm full with music of other composers. I really absorb it, and because otherwise I cannot play it. So I am now Ötvös. I am his concerto. I am what I play. And because it's so strong in me, I can't really get rid of it. And then is the next concerto, and then I will be Bela Bartok, and I will be his music. So in between, to become empty, this is the most difficult process. When I'm completely empty, I can start to imagine something what wants to come to me, and then I have to decide: is it something what I have to say, or just receive and be thankful? And sometimes there is nothing what wants to come to me, and I have to be still thankful. Somehow it's I don't know. It's like a pray, or but yes, sometimes I also write. And the next what I plan, and I adore to do it, is a violin concerto, because I think I'm so much on the stage, and I played so many contemporary violin concertos. Now I have to write something myself.
Yes, this is my next question. When are we going to hear Pat Kop playing Pat Kop?
Well, if it's good enough, I will show you my composition. But now I'm very much working on it, and next year in March I think we have planned a concert, and then I'm very curious if it what it will be.
I'm very curious too. Hope to hear it soon. Was it very natural process? You were studying in Vienna, the conservatory there, and it was both composition and violin. So was composition coming along with the violin all the time since your childhood?
I feel actually much more as a composer, although I don't compose so much. But when I play violin, I don't feel
composing.
Yeah, it is not a violin playing. Because when I try to play violin, just something, I cannot play. I have no mechanism for something just technical, or I'm completely nothing on violin. But when I get...
That's interesting.
Yes, no, I really feel... sometimes I cannot. But when a piece means to me, and always more and more, when it comes to me, then I start to feel the violin, and then I become one body. But I don't know if it's the violin, or it could be trumpet, or it could be something else. I don't really feel as a violinist.
So you have played lots of concertos. Is there any music that you couldn't play for these reasons that you tell that you are not a technical violinist, so to say, that it must come part of you? Has there been something that was not your music?
Yes, not because it's bad music. I would never say, because I am a bad interpreter, I guess. But I couldn't get the connection to, let's say, Bruch concerto or Dvorak concerto. or Hindemith or Reger. It's somehow it's not the right place for me. I don't think I would help this music to be as it wants. You know, John Cage said, "Let sounds be what they want." And Ferneyhough said, "It's not true. Sounds don't want
To do anything.
to do anything." So he wants to organize it. And but I think very well that a piece wants to be something, and if you feel as interpreter you can help this piece to come and tell something, then it's your piece. But when you feel that it's not, but for example, Janacek Sonata, I think it's great music. It's amazing music. I still didn't play it. I played it when I was a student, but I still didn't bring it on the stage because I know that I suffer so much when I play it. I would. There would be an explosion of me. There would be just blood on the stage. I would die after I played it. So I'm really afraid for my psycho. I mean.
So you really go. You're like playing a theater piece in a way. That
Yes,
you really go into
exactly.
the role. So what happens before, for example, Wednesday's concert? What happens just, let's say, 1 hour before you have to perform, and what happens after? Because it sounds very physical and strong characterizing what you are actually
Not
telling
only
now.
1 hour before, but already now I'm trying to get into this state of actually tragedy, losing somebody, death, the wish of knowing something new, going to the cosmos and searching for, and also this cold machine with some problems in the end, and I don't know, a wish, curiosity, and then a complete disaster in the end. So I mean, with everyone lost once somebody in the family, or so I tried to get this feeling of very, very near to me, and then telling this. Yeah.
It must be quite tough for you. You are kind of an ancient media between gods and between people, sharing something
I
in
think
between.
this is our job, actually. Yeah. Job. This is my job.